Eli Golden with Colleen and Joshua giving their blessing.
Okay, let me just get this here. Okay. Hello, guys. My name is Eli Golden, and I wanted books to be a central aspect of my project because I've always loved books, especially a series called Warrior Cats. I used this love of books to give me the inspiration to start a large print book drive for the seniors, and I connected the 10 Commandments of Judaism to the Warriors series because the cats live by a warrior code, which is not too different from the 10 Commandments. I decided to do the book drive because while the books were a part of it, as previously stated, I love books, I chose to pass out books to the seniors specifically because around the time we had to think up the projects, it was the anniversary of when my grandfather died, and I was thinking of him, and it sparked the idea of giving books to the seniors because books are an activity for your mind as well as very entertaining. And I think that they might like a little entertainment. The book drive presented many challenges. We got in contact with a lot of publishing places, but most of them weren't interested in helping us out, so we had to get creative. We started a page on a website called GoFundMe and aimed to raise $1,000 to help buy books for the seniors. I chose to do a video because I've wanted to make videos for some time, but I've never actually had a good opportunity to do it until now. I chose to do a Warriors video because, like I said, my favorite book series is Warrior Cats, and they have a set of laws called the Warrior Code that's actually very similar to the 10 Commandments, which I included to tie the project into Judaism. What I intended to do was judge the cats based on how well they followed the Warrior Code and, by extension, the 10 Commandments. But it was hard to do the actual judging. I had to ask a lot of questions, like, does it count as you shall not murder if you haven't technically murdered anyone but have tried on multiple occasions? Dark stripe. In the end, I had to make up my mind on a lot of these matters. And today I'm sharing my B Mitzvah with my daffodil partner, Elisha Golden. He died in a ghetto when he was 9 years old, and it's really meaningful to be paired up with Elijah because we share a last name and we both have family from Lithuania. I honestly really wish I knew more about him than just where he died and how old he was. So going forward into my life as an adult, I'm going to try and live this life for the both of us. In conclusion, I'm very happy that everything that I've done hasn't been for nothing, and I'm happy to finally be an adult. Thank you all for your time, and I hope you visit my table. Thank you to my friend Bryson, who turned me on to Warrior Cats, for my teachers and Maddie, because I wasn't sure where I wanted to go in life, but now thanks to them, I'm a little more sure. Thank you to my mother for getting me off my lazy butt, and to my grandfather for always being there for me.
Eli, it makes perfect sense that books are central to your personal interest project. From the very beginning, books were where your heart seemed to go. We would sit together for hours and I would read the same books to you over and over again. And you never tired of them. Before long, you were reading those same books back to me. And from there, you were off on your own reading adventure. You were and are still always so lost in a book that I have to remind you to look up when you're walking in a parking lot. I hope you never lose your love of reading. I hope it continues to comfort you, to guide you, and to open the world to you as you grow. You have always had a quiet certainty about who you are, what you want, and what you can handle. I hope you always know yourself deeply and stay true to the person you so naturally are. You are kind, funny, thoughtful, and so full of light. Being your mother has been one of the greatest joys of my life, and I feel so lucky to watch you grow into more and more of the person you are meant to be.
I'm not going to pretend that I have the perfect words for this moment, but I got a few honest ones for you. First of all, I am proud of you, not just for becoming a bar mitzvah, but for showing up week after week with enthusiasm and positivity most of the time. I hope you grow into a person who is always curious, who asks questions, hard ones, maybe even uncomfortable ones, never stops looking for answers, as you've done so far in your life. That's actually a pretty Jewish thing to do, in my opinion. You know, as a community, we've been arguing and debating with each other for about 4,000 years, and I kind of think that that's part of the glue that holds us together as a culture. I don't know that I've ever told you this, but being Jewish gave me something that I didn't really fully appreciate until I was much older. It gave me a window into what it means to be part of a people who have faced real hardship, who have been, pushed out, persecuted, scattered across the world, but somehow kept going, right? We kept laughing and cooking and celebrating and telling stories and debating. That history is now yours too. And I hope that it does for you what it did for me. I hope it makes you feel something for others who are going through hardship and real challenge, even if their lives look nothing like your own, right? That's empathy. And in my experience, it's one of the most valuable things that a person can carry. So here's my quick prayer for you, Eli. May you live a life full of questions and wonder. May you know where you come from and let it make you kinder. May you always remember that no matter what, whether it feels like you're crossing the Red Sea with Moses or crossing from boyhood into adulthood as you are today, or even just crossing the street, that your mom and I are in your corner rooting for you. L'chaim, buddy. I love you.
Thank you. And now, it is time for us to celebrate the happiest moment of our day. It's time to recognize our students for becoming a B Mitzvah. At this time, I would also like to recognize our entire team of Morim, or Jewish educators, for having such an incredible impact on our students throughout the school year. We could not do this without them. Teachers, would you please stand up so we can all recognize you? As this happens, we will officially have our next generation of Jewish adults before our very eyes. Once we have experienced this moment, we invite you to use the noisemakers that have been provided, as well as claps, whistles, and other joyful noise to celebrate the simcha, or joy of this moment. There is also a Jewish custom of tossing candy towards the bima, which is a gesture of good luck and blessing. You can find bowls of candy on the ends of your rows. So, when I call for it, please send your sweet wishes by gently tossing the candy forward. 3, 2, 1, Mazel Tov!
Mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, siman tov, yehelanu. Siman tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, siman tov, mazel tov, siman tov, yehelanu. Israel, yehelanu, oh lekol Israel,
All right.
Noah and Eli. Noah and Eli. There we got Eli. And Aaliyah.
Someday,